I was gonna bring somebody up, but we ain't gonna do that right now. We'll talk. We'll keep spilling the tea afterwards. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Bravo Zulu podcast. Don't say nothing because mics are live, honey.
Sorry.
Mics are live.
What?
Nothing. Hey, what's up? We said
Peace on earth.
peace on earth, victory for V-Day.
Oh.
Yo, we have been sipping. Nikki's here. Hey. All right, we are live on the channel. We are live. Yo, you gotta love when light bulbs be going off. Hey, the camera you're looking at right now, if you're tuning in, first off, if you're tuning in, let me know that you're here with us in the chat. Sorry we took so long. It's a house of culture, so we run on CP time. Ain't that right?
Yeah.
Nick? Oh wait, I hit the wrong button. Chair 3 is closed right now. What's up? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I should have hit that. And welcome to another episode. Nick, help me out.
Yeah.
We got my beautiful wife with us. What's up? If you're in the chat, let us know where you're watching from, what you're drinking tonight. We got another table topics. We got Nick in the studio. What's up, Nick? Say what's up.
What's up?
Nick, this is your camera here, just in case you want to make that eye contact with the person looking at you, looking at them, watching us.
Hear his mic.
He doesn't have it to his face.
Oh.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And then we got Nikki, and then of course we got myself here. I'm on camera too. I had to do something. I don't got 4 cameras, people. Everyone will be asking my studio setup, and I'm like, I'm not rich. This takes a long time, and I don't have a 4th camera. And I don't have the funds for it, so I broke out the iPhone and some apps, and it's a webcam now. So let me know how that looks in the chat. The little webcam action. Don't mind the grays, okay? Don't mind the grays. Table topics, Nikki. Kicking it over to you.
Okay, so there's two. One, it has a little more serious questions. I think it's more like self-reflection.
Ooh.
This is more like life reflection.
Ooh.
So you can pick between the two. We should have Nick pick first. This is the self-reflection and the life reflection.
Let's do the life reflection.
Yeah, we was having a long old life discussion before we started this.
So it says, when you were a kid, what did the grown-ups in your life not understand about you?
Wow, that's a fucking good one right there. That's a good one.
That's crazy. That's deep.
Yeah, that is. I'm sorry, I'm a little slow on the trigger. I got different camera, different buttons, hotkeys and shit. Babe, go ahead. We'll start off with you, and then we'll be good. You're good with that. You're fine. Yeah, you move it around.
I don't know. I don't really think I was a weird kid that people couldn't understand.
That silence is dead space isn't good when you're doing a live show or
I know.
recording.
I really don't know. I don't feel like I was misunderstood as a kid. Really.
What you got, Nick? You got anything? He's thinking.
That my being silly and my annoyance was me just wanting to be accepted.
They didn't understand that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was always, you get on my nerves, you so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, I'm just trying to.
You're not a middle child, are you?
A middle child?
Yeah.
No. I'm just the youngest.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of a young child thing.
Because my sister was so like straight A's, not president, but part of this club, part of that club, part of this club, National Junior Honor Society, graduated college, magna cum laude. And I'm like, yo, you getting all A's in college, in the 600 classes, the upper classes, and I'm failing geometry 1. Algebra 1. I'm failing algebra 1.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like I felt like I had to compete. Well, like not compete, but I had to.
You had to do something extra. Yeah, something extra for people to give you attention.
Right.
Because she got it from her good grades, so obviously you wasn't getting that shit. So what was you gonna do?
Right. I played ball, I hooped, and I was pretty good. But outside of basketball season, like, all right, what else you got for me?
Yeah. Damn. Honey, does that trigger anything? Any thoughts for you now?
I mean, yeah, my brother was the sport. He was like the all-star point guard when we were in school. And I was more of like the nerdy academic kid. But nothing I did made people question why I'm the way I was. It was more like I was a homebody, friends with everyone, really. But it wasn't like hard to understand that I wasn't much of. I was like a social person when I was outside, but I was okay with staying home too. So I don't know. It's really not hard for any adult or grown up to figure me out. I wasn't like complicated. I wasn't a complicated kid. So.
Well, it's not fun.
No, it wasn't really fun.
Oh, I think for me, I think obviously as a middle child, right? We all know like middle child stereotypes. I think a lot of what you said, Nick, kind of would apply, right? Me being loud, me being very talkative, boisterous, if we want to use a college word there, shit like that. Like as a middle child, it's an attention seeking thing, right? Like the older ones are the older ones. They got plenty of time, and then the younger ones, you just get skipped over. Especially everyone knows, like I come from a family of 5, right? So that's a lot of attention that is trying to get spread out there, and the shit's thin. You know what I mean? So it's like when you're the middle child, and especially because we're close. Like the back 3 is like 86, 88, 89. So it was like for me to the next one, boom, boom, and then it's like they need the attention. So you just figure it out. And so, I think it was like kind of like, it wasn't that I was trying to be a bad kid or a little badass, or it was just I just wanted to get in where I wanted to fit in. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that. Like, why am I talking? Because you motherfuckers aren't listening to me. So maybe if I talk more, hence why I now have a podcast.
Or louder.
or if I talk louder, like then maybe y'all fuckers will listen.
That makes sense.
But of course, when you a kid, that shit don't work, right? Mm-hmm. Like, what you guys think? Would you about the same for you, Nick, or like similar-ish? Similar-ish, but different.
Different in the sense of my sister was just all positive, like good, like it was just no problems out of her.
Yeah.
I mean, she had an attitude. Her and my mom would get into it, but moms and daughters got that relationship anyway. Mm-hmm. But my mom kind of like, my parents actually, they kind of like, I was spoiled too. Materialistically, and I probably should have got my ass whooped by my parents. I could have used it for a few more.
Yeah.
But I was spoiled. I kind of got away with murder sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And so, because me and my sister, we 5 years apart. So it was a when she was going through when she hit the teenage stage, and she's the second oldest grandchild from the 1980 ones.
Yeah.
It's some ones in the 70s, but they were already older.
And, grown up.
Yeah, they were grown. Yeah. But like as far as like the ones our age, my sister was and she was the favorite from my granny. I don't know why, but my sister was the favorite.
Ain't that shit annoying? Like when you have that kid in your family, like the little do-good all, like, right, there's nothing wrong with them, but you be knowing like, motherfucker.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like, yeah, you might get A's, but I also know that you're smoking weed at fucking recess every day.
Yeah.
Not saying your sister did that, but like, I had some cousins. I wouldn't say they were like the best kids, but their mom. I ain't gonna put out no names, but if you family and you watch it, you know who the fuck I'm talking about. But like their mom really thought like she was doing the most with them, right? Like just raising them perfect, right? And she really had a lot of beef with my family, right? You know who I'm talking about, babe.
Yeah.
And
This your aunt?
yeah, my aunt, one of my tias. I'm on my mom's side.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. But like she had real problems with how we were raised, but it's like her kids were perfect, right? And it's like, you sure about that? Because your kids were the ones that like did drugs their whole high school career, and not just like a little weed. And we're talking about like a lot of weed,
Pounds.
Yeah, and not just weed, but a lot of other stuff. Like I learned that from one of my cousins. R.I.P. to him. But like you can hallucinate if you take the right amount of like sleeping aids and motion sickness pills. Take like 15, 20, and you will go into a trip. I learned that from him. And everyone thought he was just, like just a great little kid. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing, kid? Speaking of kids, we got one joining us here now. Stay there.
What's up, bro?
What's up? Go. We got Michael visiting. Hey, fix that, dude. You're messing up the studio. We are live in the studio. All right. Okay. All right. But anyways, yeah, that's a deep question right there, That's a deep question.
Yeah, I feel like people would ask, why are you the way you are now rather than as a kid? I feel like I didn't really experience things until college when I ended high school.
Well, I mean, because it said, what did it say? What's the question say?
When you were a kid, what did the grown-ups in your life not understand about you?
Yeah, man, that's a deep question. That's good. Because it's not so, like right, like so some of that shit we could look back through the lenses of today and try to figure that out. But it's like so much like you said, but right, babe, was like so much of it more is like today, right? Is like how we developed from that, and we look at it as like what they still don't understand about us, right? Or like what. I mean, some of it might be like what we don't understand about ourselves, what we were trying to do too, right? I don't know, man. That might be too deep for this show. I don't know. Anyone got anything else before we move on, Nick? You wasn't ready for that, huh?
No, I wasn't ready for that one.
Yeah,
we gotta be easy on the alcohol. That might the liquor.
I'm start crying over here and shit. All right, babe, your turn.
I'm gonna do the new deck of cards. Pull from the middle.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by. Not just kidding. It's not brought to you by him. I don't fucking checking account.
Wow. What dreams have you given up that you wish you hadn't? Go ahead, Nick.
What dreams have you given up that you? I wish I would have took ball more serious.
That's a good one.
And when I say serious, for the people like everybody wants to go to the NBA, like no. Like, when I say serious, I'm talking like put the level of dedication into the craft that my friend who played in the NBA and had a nice career, and my other friend who played in the NFL and went to USC with Reggie Bush.
Are we gonna go ahead and name drop that, or no? Or you're not that
sure.
type of person?
I mean, I name drop. I went to school. His name is Brian Roberts. He went to University of Dayton. He went overseas for a little bit.
Flyers.
Yeah. Then he got picked up by the Hornets, and he got picked up by the Pelicans. So he did a little stint in Portland, but he was traded back to Charlotte. And then he won a couple European championships with Besiktas, I think, over in Germany or something like that. And then Fred Davis, who played tight end for USC when Reggie Bush, Lindell White, Carson Palmer, when they were there, Dwayne Jarrett and Steve Smith. Not Steve Smith from the Panthers, but Steve Smith from
the tall one.
Yeah. No, not the basketball player.
No. I'm saying, but the Panthers one is like 5'6".
Yes, the taller one.
Yes.
But when you see, like, as an adult, you look back and you see, like, they were in the weight room. They were at camps in the summertime. They weren't playing throw 'em up, bust 'em up with the friends. That's football. Scramble, or in a non-politically correct term, smear the queer. But or riding bikes. They weren't really doing that kind of kid stuff.
Yeah.
And then I seen this. I showed my son, because my middle son, he has dreams of playing in the NBA. That's not dreams. He has goals of playing in the NBA. And I showed him 2 videos. It's this Kobe video about work ethic, and then it's this Kevin Durant video about what it takes to get to a certain level. And that level is, as a kid, Kevin Durant said, I had to sacrifice some things. I had to sacrifice playing with my friends. I had to sacrifice going outside to work on my craft. That's why he's one of the best basketball players in the world. Like Kobe and his work ethic, when Kobe talked about being in the gym at 4, not waking up at 4, being in the gym at 4.
Yeah.
It's a difference.
Yep.
Being at the gym from 4
it's about an hour and a half difference depending on where you at.
Yes. Being in the gym from 4 to 6, and then coming home, being with his girls, and then you could YouTube it. It's like Kobe Bryant 4 a.m. workouts. And he explained his why, because he said something had to sacrifice. And both of what Kevin and Kobe were saying, the word that was used the most, the common denominator, was sacrifice. Kobe said something had to sacrifice, and it wasn't my marriage, it wasn't my relationship with my kids, me as a father, or basketball. He said those 3 were non-negotiables. So he said, sleep. So he was like, look how much more I accomplished by simply waking up earlier. And he said, by year 4 or 5, you stick to this plan, you have practiced so much that you've created a certain level of separation that your competition cannot catch up to.
Mm-hmm.
And you can apply that to anything. You can apply this to podcasting. You can apply that to engineering. You can apply that to fitness. You can apply that to your business goals. It's not just about ball, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's the one thing I wish I wasn't. I wish I had more discipline, and then I dedicated more to that, because I know y'all gonna be like, oh, everybody say that, but no, I could have played in the league. I'm not saying you ought to been, your kids would have been buying my shoes, but your girlfriends and wives probably would have been Instagramming, like, who does he date? Oh, he date, what's her name?
I mean, you could have been another Kardashian side piece, yeah, why not?
I definitely would have.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, like, well, I mean, everybody's doing it,
right?
Yeah.
Especially the fat one.
No, I went after Courtney.
Which one's Courtney? The one I like too.
The
babe?
older one.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the fine one.
Yeah,
but she's a bitch too. I said it.
No, she is.
Wait,
Yeah.
no, not. I mean, to Scott.
Yeah.
But then she rips her sisters the truth.
Oh yeah.
She do tell them the truth.
Yeah. And they don't like it.
They don't like that shit. Kim hate it.
Yeah.
She be dogging Kim.
Yeah. And I'm like, she ain't wrong.
Yeah.
Courtney ain't wrong.
But she's a cunt too.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, you got to also think about the kind of shit Scott put her through, though.
No, I don't. I mean, this isn't.
'Cause
We're
you
not gonna
haven't-
go down this road of
Yeah,
fucking
'cause you haven't
that
seen
shithead
episodes.
family. But
Rich shithead family.
Yeah.
yes, that
Privileged.
yeah, no, yeah.
Privileged.
But she's the better looking. All right, so babe,
Can I get that juice?
Yeah.
yeah, pass the juice, babe. What do you got?
Thank you.
I would have to say, well, I originally majored in computer science. I don't regret switching my majors to nursing, but I kind of wish that I continued something in the computer or cyber world, because I used to do like website designing. And then in high school, I was part of a computer club where you would go in tournaments. No one knew that I was part of this computer club, where like after school we would literally build motherboards and then build a computer. Like, I didn't tell anyone.
I wouldn't tell anyone that shit either. I can't believe you're
Maybe
telling
like,
me now.
Nikki, you want to come over? Nah, I got
I got a motherboard to build.
I got some shit to do after school, but
We got some shit to do.
I'll catch up with you later.
Damn.
What a dork.
Yeah.
But that's great though. Because that means your kids are gonna be really smart. They have the
no man.
makeup.
All we got is the Asian mom enforcement of studying and homework, which is very good. Don't get me wrong.
It is good.
It is good. It's very great because she knows I'm not that motherfucker, right? I'd be like, oh, homework, or you want to get on these games? You know, so you want to get on the sticks?
Yeah.
You know,
because I could have built a freaking gaming system.
Yeah.
But I mean, was that a dream, or that was just a different path?
No, it was a dream of mine that I wanted to work for IBM one day. Yeah, and then I wish I had somewhat continued that on the side, because I feel like the electronic world or like computer world is booming.
Absolutely.
Now. Because for a second it was kind of going downhill, and then I kind of wish that I did a side hustle of it,
or just like kept learning it on the side or something.
Yeah, and then
especially like the computer coding shit like everyone talks about.
Yeah, I used to know all that stuff. I
knew that shit too, like how to put like the big alligator eating the little alligator, and then if you put like BR in between it, it would give me a break between my next MySpace picture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's HTML. Yeah.
Yeah, I know what it is. Nick looking. You don't know Nick? Back when you had MySpace?
The only cool thing I knew how to do was type "ho" in a calculator.
You didn't even know how to do boobs?
Oh, I was going to say 8008.
No, hell. And we used to play, when I got to that private school that I got kicked out of, we used to play Drug Wars on the TI 83 Plus, the Texas Instrument calculator.
Yeah.
I don't know that one.
Or you could put answers to your test on the
Yeah, I mean, it had like a memory where you could store things. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. I don't know. I took that math class and I slept through it and ran up the cell phone bill. And I didn't pass it. I got a D, but I didn't need it either to graduate. So there's that. You know,
I just needed to pass algebra 2.
Yeah, same. So dreams giving up.
Yep. Do you need a card?
Probably none.
You have a dream.
So like right now, right, I have a dream now. We all know that what my dream now is, right? I want this fucking podcast to succeed, but I haven't given it up, and it's going pretty well as far as still putting out content. But like as a younger person, I don't think I had any dreams of. I mean, I had like the wild, stupid ass dreams, right? Like where it's like I want to play in the NFL.
That's not a wild, stupid dream.
When you are a half Mexican, that's you know your height is gonna be tapped out at 5'8", and you're athletic, but you didn't play any. I've never played any like league sport at all, right? Nothing, right? Then it's a ridiculous dream to ever think that you could do that.
So watch this. What if you're okay? Because you gave your genetic makeup and how that was going to handicap you, right?
Well, I wouldn't say handicap, but it's a. I know they're out there, but
right.
Still.
But hold on. So say you'd have put in the time and dedication for that, right? And then you got to a certain point where you were good enough to play at a certain level. You don't know the connections you would have made at that level to get you into the NFL, to be a scout, that get paid a lot of money to assess talent or coach.
Yeah.
And I think you would have been because I know you, and I've been knowing you since 2017. I think you would be a great coach. Whatever it is you do, because you were a great. You're a great leader right now.
Thank you.
But you don't know how that could have propelled you in certain situations.
You're absolutely right, but no. Like I just look at it as like that's not. I don't know. For me, that's not like it was never a realistic dream. It was never
because you didn't work at it,
and I had no opportunity to work. Like it's not like you where you played but you didn't take it serious. I never played, right? Like there was no like There's no like, oh, hey, the tryouts are coming up. You should go. I'll tell you one time. So like freshman year, everyone want to go play freshman football, right? Mm-hmm. So I showed up. I guess you say this dream or something. So I found out when everything was supposed to be. Got the physical. Got this. That. Got that. Showed up and there was like, oh no, they changed the date. It's not today. It was like a Saturday, so I had to like walk from the house down to high school. It wasn't far, a mile, right? Like just under a mile. So I showed up, and they're like, "Oh no, it's actually next Saturday or something."
Then you never went back.
Nope. Because I'm the type of person like, "Oh, so y'all ain't got your shit together? Oh, what the fuck am I doing here then? I don't even want to fucking be here." And I just never went back. Right, never played, but again, so like for me, that's not like that's like not even dream, like real dream shit. Like what you had was a real dream. Like you was putting forth effort. You just know, and you had that dream. You just know that it was achievable if you would have sacrificed something.
Like I used to do this, and my dad never. He always said, "I can't want it for you."
Yeah,
and I never would. I ain't even like the hell that mean.
Yeah,
but it meant like. If I force you to do, if he makes me do it the right way, I'm gonna end up hating it or hating him.
Yeah.
And he was like, this game ain't worth me and my son's relationship.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm gonna just,
But isn't it important that you have someone that can do that stuff for you?
Yeah, I already told my son.
I
don't really give like if that's what you want to do. Because you sat here and looked me in my face and told me that that's what you want to do. You have no thought about doing anything else but that. When you say, I want to do that or that, he wants to play in the NBA or NFL. Mind you, he is gifted in a lot of areas physically as a kid. I could go over the stuff and break it down, but people who are novices or don't have or ignorant to the sport, they wouldn't understand what I was saying. Like he's got big, like he's probably going to be about 6'7" or 6'8". His dad is 6'7". So me, guys, that I'm his dad. So he's got big hands. He's fast. He's quick. He's very athletic. It's all about him. I'm gonna make sure he has those opportunities, right. Camps, everything like that. Yeah. But because of my military background, you're going to work hard at this. You're going to do what you're supposed to do. When you get home from school and you call me and you telling me you got homework, okay. After you have your homework, go run 2 miles. Make sure you do 100 push-ups at night. Make sure you do 100 sit-ups. Make sure you're wearing your ankle weights. Make sure, I ran into people at 24-Hour Fitness in Chula Vista. Some are friends, some aren't, but they see the work he put in, and I can see him watching, and we know as adults what he's doing. He doesn't understand, like he doesn't grasp. I'm getting ahead of my competition by doing this. Mm-hmm. So I always tell all my children. Well, my daughter, she's too young right now, but it seems like she's found her liking is gymnastics. She loves the flip. Like she likes flipping and all tumbling, and she loves it. It's all she's doing every day. And I'm gonna support her in that. But my two oldest, we're not gonna look back when we're 22 years old, 23 years old and say, damn man, I wish you would have pushed me, or I should have. There's none of that.
Yeah.
You're gonna look at me when you're 22 years old and say, man, I'm glad you pushed me, Dad. I'm glad, you know what I'm saying? I hated you for it a little bit, but you're going to get over that.
Yeah.
Time heals.
Especially if they make it.
Yeah, especially when they make it. Well,
yeah.
My oldest, he doesn't have a goal of playing in, he's kind of unsure, but he knows he likes football. He knows he likes it. He knows it's fun. He likes being a DB. He likes being on the island. He likes contact. He likes that. Now he's wrestling to keep him, but I'm making him wrestle to keep him in shape throughout.
Yeah, the winter season.
Yeah. So then when we come back for spring, you ready for 7-on-7? You're already in shape.
Yeah.
You've been wrestling. You've been getting your ass whooped all winter long.
Yep.
And he's gonna get touched up because this is his first year wrestling.
Yep.
But this is where these are gladiator sports. This is where you learn a lot of things that can carry you in life. especially boxing, football, and wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
Those have certain things about them that help young men become men. But yeah, that's my soapbox. Sorry, y'all.
No, it makes sense. That was like my brother. He was a big basketball player, so he would stay like conditioned. So he would do, since he was basketball, he would stay active in volleyball, and he tried soccer because soccer is footwork, and then volleyball is
the
jumping. Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
So that's what he was doing.
I drove.
So I get it.
Does he have like any kind of height?
He's 5'10".
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you point guard. All right. So he
Yeah.
was shifty.
Yeah.
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 But you said he stayed in condition, so he was shifty and he was probably strong.
Yeah, he had hops for sure.
And he had hops. See?
Yeah.
So he could slap glass.
Yes.
On a layup.
Yeah.
We call that Benson. I don't know what y'all call it.
I had none of that. I had none of what you talked about. I had none of what she talked about. I had none of that.
Because
but you gotta understand, and we're fucking going like deep conversations with me, I guess tonight or something. But like when you come from, now that I had the worst background, I always phrase it like I didn't come from the worst background, but from my background, like there were no dreams to be had. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like it was like there ain't nothing to, and then when you also get the people telling you, like, nah, you ain't gonna do that. Like, you just gonna be just like me. Then it's like, well, what am I dreaming? You know what I'm dreaming? I'm dreaming to get the fuck up out of here.
Let me ask you, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a great question. And now let's go down this rabbit hole with that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We talk about, like we work with people, like me, especially me and you, we work with people from all walks of life.
Mm-hmm.
And we work with people who don't understand certain walks of life.
Yep.
That are ignorant to certain walks of life. What you just said is the reason why a lot of people grow up to where they are. The environment is not the best, and then they have people that tell them, "Oh, come on, man, be serious. Why don't you go get a job at the local whatever,
Mm-hmm.
or really think that that's your scope of life, you're designed to fail."
Yeah.
But for you, I mean, Josh, you got the whole I'm gonna figure it out mentality.
Yeah.
We went from what? I think you just had a table and some chairs.
Yeah. I got a studio now.
Yeah.
Something of a studio.
He's got a whole studio. And I'm trying to wonder where all these tripods come from.
You stupid.
Whatever. He got a whole bar. He's got a light sign open to the other open one. Like, I watched this grow because of your mindset. Like, yo, I'm gonna figure it out. I watched you at work, troubleshoot, deal with things, and say, you know what, I'm gonna figure it out.
I think there are different types of people who will take the criticism, like if someone's constantly saying like, you ain't gonna make it, and then someone could take that and be like, you're right, I ain't gonna make it. Or you could take that and just be like, I'm gonna prove you wrong one day. It's not gonna be like right now, but I'll prove you wrong. So I feel like, people will take that
It's
and
fine.
then like successes. I feel like a lot of successful people who are humble when they are successful are the ones that are told you're not going to make it.
Yeah. Like I don't like him. I do not care for him. But I respect. You just got to respect it. Tom Brady.
I'm a big fan.
Like
That's my shipmate.
Yeah, that's your shipmate.
That's my shipmate.
Hey, so look, it's like 7th round pick.
Yeah.
People laughing. If you see his combine, it's hilarious.
See his shirt off picture.
Yeah, it's terrible, bro.
Yeah.
And then hard work. Oh no, you don't think I can beat this? The Brady 6, where he names the 6 quarterbacks drafted ahead of him. Now, that's no knock against those people.
Yeah.
That's just him using his situation to motivate him. Like, oh, I'm gonna show you. And now he got a Super Bowl ring for each one of those ones that was drafted ahead of him, and one for himself. He got 7.
Yeah, that's wild. But like you know what you're saying is going back to the main question of dreams, right? So like when you're not in an environment that's really conducive to dreaming about what you want to be, except in a very like literal sense of that's a fucking dream, right? It won't happen. Things like that. Then it's like you don't dream about anything that's actually achievable, right? And it's I did this episode with Chad and Armando last year in season 1, right? When I had them on, and we talked. And there was a 3-part, and the third part was talking about dreams and not goals, right? And it kind of talked about this, like right now, what are dreams that you have, like these, not just a goal that you're like, oh, I'm working towards this goal, but like a dream that you could still work towards, I guess, but like that's just like unimaginable. Right, like you can only imagine like when you're asleep and unconscious and everything starts kicking in and to make it real, or to make it that dream, I guess, right? And it's just like it's like I just didn't have none. I don't like I said, besides like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. Like it's just bullshit. I look at it as like as an adult now, like that was all just bullshit. I could never do any of it, right? It wasn't even a dream. It was just a fucking like a fucking wish that I could never.
It's a wish, right?
Yeah, like a wish I could. I didn't have a genie to fucking wish it.
But imagine if the people in your corner were saying the opposite.
Yeah, but I can't imagine that because it wasn't there.
Right. But as an adult, okay, watch this. Let's tie it to. Does the BZ family? Do they know your children's names?
Who?
Can I name drop your kids?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You like I see the BZ family?
Yeah.
You like that. You can use it. But like, okay, like Mike, little Mikey.
Yeah.
Right? You're never, the type of father you are, I don't ever see you saying to him, no, son, you can't do that. I don't see it.
Yeah.
And imagine if you had a dad like you.
Yeah. Well, don't we all, right?
I'm going to say it again. Imagine you had a dad like you. That's deep. Like that's because that speaks volumes of what kind of father you are. You don't think that dream would have been
like in my literal mind, like I didn't, so there's nothing there. Right. So like as a kid, there like I really look at it as like there's no dream. Right. I can't even like answer the question. As an adult, like Nikki, like you could like she was co-signing, all I do is fucking dream. Because I know like what I have done and what I've sacrificed and what the family has sacrificed, what is achievable. I know now, like what you said, I know that I will figure it out person. Right? Like no matter what, like I know that there's sources, the information, the internet, all this shit, right? It is all out there and I know how to touch it and I'm learning how to touch it and reach it to figure it out. And I'm talking about changing the fucking toilet bowl fucking, flusher, right? So it can stop running and run our fucking ran up our fucking water bill and shit. Like I know how to change that. Why? I not because I fucking grew up doing it, like some people thought that's all I was gonna be. Right. But because I can learn and I can figure it out now. Right. And I can't just figure it out for myself. I can figure it out. Like you said, I can figure it out for my son. So whatever he wants to do, I can figure it out how to get him there and lay it out in front of him and be like, here, this is how you get here.
I'm surprised you didn't say 4-door race car.
A dream? No, well, fucking, I wish I fucking. That's a dream is to have a fucking '66 Chevelle, with a fucking 454 or a 396, but
or the Blazer
396.
396.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just I don't know, man. It's a tough question for me. Like Nikki knows, like, and we've spoken a little bit about it, right? But like once I get on like childhood stuff, like I just like there was no dream. Like I said, like the wildest dream that every little boy who plays out on the soccer field or football field has, right? Of like, oh, I'm so and so today, and shit like that. But like that's play dreams.
But that's where it starts.
Yeah, for some, and then when you go home, that's where it ended too.
Right.
don't mean to take it dark, but I mean it starts when the bell rings and you go out, and then it ends when the bell rings and you gotta go back to class.
Damn.
You know. All right, my turn. Shit.
Yeah, this is the.
I got this one. Let's see. Oh, what do you consider too personal to post on social media? Nothing. The OnlyFans for my feet is coming soon. I'm gonna drop the link. Please subscribe. We're gonna have a couple different tier levels: $1 and $5. And go ahead. I got nice feet. What y'all got?
What's too
personal to post on social media?
Can I go?
You look ready. You look ready.
So we're not gonna count Instagram because really you can only post. You limited on what you can post on Instagram.
Yeah.
So let's go to the book.
Yeah.
All right. I just feel like the internet is a make-believe place.
Mm-hmm.
So any of these people that you don't know, do know, went to school with, family, cousins, you've all seen them get on the internet. And me too. Even embellish about their life one way or the other. Right? Whether it's woe is me or whether everything's great. Right? But I just feel like your personal problems, keep that shit off the internet. Yeah. Because nobody cares. Like, nobody cares. Oh, inbox me. Like,
DM me.
DM me. Yeah, it's just
call me.
I just PM'd you, sis.
Yeah,
let's talk.
Yeah, it's
Here's
fake.
my number. Call me.
And all it is for people to be messy. Because if my life is that fucked up to where I gotta go like this, Josh.
Yeah.
Damn, my life fucked up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Post.
Yeah.
Come back 2 minutes later. Oh, I got reactions. I got attention. No, what you looking for is attention.
Yep.
And I don't take anything on the internet serious. So if you have a serious post, me and Josh both do it. Like I'm gonna be in your comments and I'm not gonna be serious.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna be very sarcastic about
Yeah.
it. Because no one cares. So your personal, no one will know how good or bad my BM is. You don't know. I might post something like she can go to hell and post the little heart smiley face thing.
Or peace sign.
Or the peace sign. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or I might be like, that's my dog. We great. But you'll never know because I'm never going to be serious about the internet. I don't take it serious because we could wake up one day and that shit could be gone.
Hey, but recently, didn't you post something where you did get some flack about it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I ain't gonna say what it was, but like you did where people jumped on there quick.
Yeah.
And then you had to do like a little apology to her.
Oh, I didn't apologize to her.
I know that.
I apologized to me.
Yeah. Yeah. Not to her, but
right. So let me speed you up.
Because that shit was funny.
I got in my feelings, which is an irrelevant place to be. And I acted out of my emotions and spoke out of my emotions, which is always wrong, right?
Usually say wrong things during that time.
You always say wrong things. And I posted, the more I deal with my BM, the more I understand why Ray Caruth did what he did. Because, and y'all can Google who Ray Caruth is, but I know that man who worked his whole life to get to the NFL, make all his money, live out his dream fantasy as a kid, he didn't just wake up and say, I'm going to put a hit out on my baby mama. and then go watch some film on how we going to beat the Saints this week. That's not what happened. It's not what happened.
Yeah.
As an adult man who's dealt with women, who's dealt with women who've had relationships, I know how it goes. It takes two. It was an argument. It was a beef. She probably said some wild shit to him, Nikki.
Yeah.
She probably said, you know what? I'm coming for all of that. You ain't. Da-da-da-da-da. And I'm not saying he was right. I'm just saying he got pushed to the point to where he said, bitch, you gotta die.
That's like in Why Did I Get Married?
Yeah.
Where what did fucking Marcus and his crazy wife, she said, no, you didn't get that shit from your other baby mama.
Oh, when she talking about when she had the STD and shit. Yeah,
that wasn't Why Did I Get Married, was it?
It was.
Yeah.
And then he choked the shit out of her.
Yeah.
We know that movie real well.
He was like, she's fucking crazy.
No, because that was crazy. But I know that didn't happen like that. And then I'm dealing with he could have been, because the way he went about it was so extreme. It was like he was like, you know what? I'm that mad at her that you gotta go and the baby gotta go. Like, I'm not saying he's right. I'm saying when you provoke and you push people, you cannot.
What you say, like, what is another person doing to another person
to make them want to kill you? Literally.
Yeah,
And
take. We can take genders out of it, right? Take names,
right.
people, just persons, people, other humans, as Mikey likes to say, right? Is that a human? Like, right? Like, you making another human want to kill you,
erase you.
Like,
what is going on?
Yeah, what is y'all relationship like?
Exactly.
Yeah,
and I was at a point where I was like, yo, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah,
but I see.
You can see where if this keeps going the way it's going.
I can see. I get it. And Ray had resources. He had money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he had a lot of money, which brings resources. A lot of people do. You can find anybody in a bad situation to get rid of somebody for $10,000.
Go get a crackhead that do it for $10.
For $10. No. That's absolutely 100% real.
We laughing, but yes, it is. We laugh because it's real.
It's real.
Because going back to the question, right? Too personal for social media, right? Like, you post some serious shit. This is what we doing. We're laughing about it because it's not real.
And a lot of people were like, "Hey, what's going on?" And then my homegirl, she hit me and was like, "Take that down." And she kept calling me back to my homegirl. Kept calling me, and she was like, "No, you're gonna answer this phone." And then I was like, "Oh," she was like, and she told me, she said, "Nick," and she explained it. Then my other homegirl was like, "Come on now, like, what you doing?" And then I was
It's all the ladies though.
No, a couple
boys.
Yeah, a couple of, but women where you have strictly like platonic relationships with them, like it's not like nothing like that. Some of those are the best relationships because they can really give you a different. Women are smarter than us.
Yeah.
So women can stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. I hear you. Kids good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Too personal to post on social media. I don't like, usually like anything between me and Nikki, right? Like serious actual shit, of course. I'll talk to people maybe about it, therapeutic talking, right? But outside of that, like you see, I mean, I like to tell people all the time, you see what I post. I'm posting like fucking, the conspiracy fucking bullshit of how the government's fucking tracking you and following you, and we don't need a civil war, we need a fucking rebellion, and watch it like that. But people don't really want to pay attention to because it's too fucking serious, right? Shit that I think is serious. Outside of that, like I don't know, it's just like too personal. Like it's usually just, you ain't gonna catch me with the fucking, I think it's just like I'm a man. I'm not gonna post that fucking like the attention seeking. I had a bad day. Can you like me and Nikki, like obviously, me and her have discussions at night after the kids are in bed that people would post. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. To seek the attention, and like I'll share one not for the attention, but like to put it like was it last week, right? What happened?
Oh, at the Black Panther Movies?
No. I don't know what happened there.
The-
It was like Dia de los Muertos, like around like
Dead to Dead.
yeah.
You know, I knew that, huh?
I knew you knew that, man.
Yeah.
Come on, you've been in like San Diego your whole career.
Man,
But
still,
so we've been
man.
trying to celebrate it more and like get it more involved with the kids and Halloween and that, and for Filipino culture, All Saints Day, whatever. And I woke up and I was like, I told her what the dream I had,
Oh.
and it was like I was visited, right, by my dad and family, right, and then but like I think it was that same night or a different night, but like I had a dream where I was thinking about the houses that I was raised in. Right. And I've shown her like the first house I remember living in.
Mm-hmm.
And I've shared stories with her about that house. Right. Things that had happened, just, shit in my childhood. And then I was like, look at this other house I lived in. Right. And then I was like, look at this other house that I lived in. And I was like telling her these things that had happened in these houses. And then like I'm there like breaking down like I do. Right. Because when I'm with her, I could be all myself. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like I look at it as like, that's not too personal. Like I'm sharing it here, but like some people would run with that to social media, right? Because they want the attention. You can see like look at the attention seeking of like look at this house that and you know what I'm saying? Like just all that, and it's like fuck, man. Like that's like I don't know, man. Like that's
I don't really. I hate it when any human does it, but when the male humans. They do it. It bothers me.
Yeah,
because it's like, come on, man. Like whether you crying up, like not crying when you.
What's too personal was like sharing the death of a loved one. I think that's too personal. Like on some real shit.
Yeah, when you do it immediately.
Right. And I'm not saying like maybe I know people have, but like when it's you can tell the difference.
Some people do it for like sharing the viewing, like funeral services.
That might be valid if you know that people are going to show up or want to know. I don't know. It's weird for me, I guess.
Well, the only thing I'm gonna share this person is like free my barber. He's in jail for a very long time.
Oh, at least it wasn't you. He cut up.
Oh, was he the one that cut somebody's neck?
No.
Oh,
Damn.
at National City?
Damn what?
That was recently again?
No, that was like, what was that, 2 years ago?
Oh, I don't know. What you got, babe? Too personal to share on social media. Everything.
Everything.
Your barber? Your barber?
No.
Well, actually, that's a joke.
All of my
Your hairstylist?
No, my hairstylist is dope.
You shouldn't catch it on.
What? I don't get it.
I'll tell you afterwards.
I don't get it. Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, everything. Everything I post is all surface.
Yeah.
No one knows when I'm going through a tough time. People will know when I'm mad because I'll post something funny about it, but it's not like I'm so mad. Angry face. I just cried all day today. I have no idea what I'm gonna do.
What isn't that like?
I just think it's like
that's an upcoming episode. Never mind.
it's inappropriate. It's not the space. Like I believe in free speech, but it's just like, honestly, who cares? Who really cares?
The most you get out of me is like a reaction button, right? Unless I got something witty to say, you get a reaction button, and if you lucky if you get that. I have an upcoming episode talking about what Nikki just said, right? Like, oh, I'm angry face. I'm, like, I hate looking at people's social media posts that are so personal, based on like their depression and like the shit they're going through, and you know what I mean?
That shit draining.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck, it's draining me. No wonder you're depressed. Yeah. All you do is sit there and write about your depression, and not in a healthy, like constructive writing, right? Where you write out your feelings or like all you do is like, it's an upcoming episode, but like all you do is look at memes, right? That are talk about your depression, right? And they try to make it funny, but it's not really. It's just like, you're just like, here, let me just get a handful of shit and like pile it on more and pile it on more. Like, fuck, man. I don't want to know about your therapy session today. How about you go work? How about what that fucking person told you to do? Why? How about you get the fuck off your phone and go work on that?
Because they didn't tell you to go to Facebook.
Yeah,
They didn't.
I
Not
feel
at all.
like social media is part of the social problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really don't. I mean, I think it's a good thing that you can stay in touch with people you know, but I really don't think it's the space to get to know people on. Like, if you're using that to get to know your friends or people, I mean, that's like, it's kind of like Wikipedia. You know what I mean? Because on Wikipedia, you can just add any information.
Yeah.
Like, any normal person can just add info. You know what I mean? That's like social media to me. And I don't think it's like completely a bad thing, because I use it because if it was that bad, I'd be off of it. But I just know that if you're aware enough that you know it's not real, then that just means you're very aware of yourself. I feel like if you're using that to think it's reality, then you have some self issues, you know?
I think the chat, let us know. What do you think about social media? What's too personal for you to share on your social media? Or is nothing too personal and you share fucking all of it and you look for all the reactions and you're an attention seeker? That's okay. If it helps you get you through your day, you know, go ahead, post away. It's yours, and I'm probably not friends with you on there anyways. But don't forget, if you're enjoying this content, like, subscribe, share, and turn on the notification bell so next time we go live, you can be here joining us. Next question, Nick, back on you. I gotta get that. You know, gotta pay some bills around here. Not that fucking, you know, this shit pays any bills. Still not monetized. Don't forget, share it.
He's hitting the serious pile.
That's not a good question.
Okay.
Because that's similar to the other one. So let's go to the less serious. It's a good question for you.
That means it's gotta be better for Nikki.
What does it mean for you to act your age?
Hell, you a dick. Yeah, why is that good
Good question for you, Josh. What does it mean for you to act your age, and how closely do you live up to those expectations?
Yeah. What does it mean to act your age? Mm-hmm. What does it mean to me to act your age?
Yeah.
Fucking nothing. I fucking hate that. I hate that. Act your age. I got real problems with that. Let me get the camera on. I got real problems with that. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm about to be 37, right? In a month and some change. How the fuck is a 37-year-old supposed to act?
Serious.
But not serious.
Miserable.
I mean, responsible. By 37, you
But
should have stuff figured
that
out.
should be everybody. Everybody should be acting responsible. Whether you're a 16-year-old, 17-year-old.
Yeah. Like,
responsible as in, like, if you got bills to pay, you better pay it.
But I had bills when I was 22.
And you were paying them.
Yeah, I had to pay them myself. I didn't even have you then.
Breadwinner.
I had to pay them. You know what I mean? Like, look, for me, it don't mean shit, right? Because usually the people telling us that shit when they were 37, it was 37 fucking years ago, and it meant something else, right? So I ain't even say it. Like, I think that's one. Okay. What else did it say? What does it mean to act your age? And what?
And how closely do you live up to those expectations?
I live up. Well, all right. So fuck everyone else's expectations of what my 37-year-old ass is supposed to be doing. Okay. My own expectation. Yeah, I'm fucking living up to it. No, not Nikki.
Yes, hers too.
No.
Yes.
No, because like her expectation is my expectation.
Good answer.
Like, I don't think Nikki expects me.
No, I think we have some differences on expectations.
By y'all being
how. So hold on.
Men,
like
off top, you got different.
If you're a grown ass man, you should be putting your dirty clothes in the hamper.
Is my dirty clothes in the hamper?
No.
But you got my back?
Are they close to the hamper?
Was the hamper full, honey?
No.
The hamper's not full?
Let's talk about
No,
why
it's
the clothes
not.
didn't make it in the hamper.
Why is it not in the hamper?
I don't know. You tell me.
Because it was full.
It was not. It still isn't.
Well, at any rate, okay. So apparently I'm not living up to her expectation. Oops. But I don't know. I don't even think of shit like that. I think of like my 37-year-old ass about to be like acting my age. I don't look at that as like a responsibility. I don't think age is supposed to be like a automatic like higher level of responsibility to do things. If that makes sense. Right? Like I said, like everyone I had bills since I was 18. Since I was, probably 18. Right? So that's always been there. I look at it as more like acting my age. I think it's more like what Nick was saying was like, you're supposed to be lame. You're supposed to be serious. You're not supposed to be having fun. You're not supposed to be wanting a 4-door race car anymore. You're not supposed to be like shit like that. You know what I mean? Like you're not supposed to be for myself. I'm not so.
No more Hellcats.
No more Hellcats, Nick. You ain't even got one. Maybe next time. But like no more fun. Like you're not supposed to be I'm not supposed to be dancing around in the fucking aisles of Target no more. Right, honey?
Yeah.
Because I'm 37?
No. Because you're in my way. Like, can you stop dancing so that I can grab what I need to grab?
But like you get what I'm saying though? Like I don't know. I can't act my age. Motherfucker, I act Josh. And Josh is going to be a fucking different age year after year. And I'm just going to keep acting myself. You know what I'm saying? I just don't feel I don't get down with the act your age bullshit.
I know I don't.
If
it was expectations, I know I don't even come close. I know I'm very immature.
No, but what does that mean?
Well, okay, not immature.
You know, like explain that.
I don't take a lot of shit serious.
We shouldn't.
The reason why I don't take a lot of things serious because I remember as a kid, my mom, I remember the phone rang, bill collector or something, and my mom was kind of stressing, and my dad was like, "The hell you stressing for? Them people can't get that money unless we give it to them, and they ain't getting shit. Hang up that phone."
Why are you trying to talk to him? We got it or we don't. Stop talking to him.
My dad crazy, bro.
But you seen your mom and your parents have the conversations. I've seen those conversations, right? You've answered the phone, I'm sure, right? Where it was like, yeah, no, they ain't home. And then they want to talk to you about shit. What the fuck you talking to me? You know, I'm 13. I ain't got your money either, motherfucker. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get down with act your age. Babe, go ahead. You're the one that's over here acting their appropriate age. The only one acting their appropriate age, apparently.
I don't believe in acting your age. I believe in acting what phase you're in your life. Let's say, because some people don't figure out what they want to do with their lives until they're maybe even 30, you know?
Yeah.
Because there are some people out there that they thought they wanted to do something and they were like, you know what, I'm going to change professions and I'm going to get into this thing and that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm passionate about. But I feel like if you're in a phase, let's say you're a mom now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't have fun as a mom, but you have responsibilities. You got to think about them. So is it right to, I'm not saying right, is it smart to be out clubbing every night while your kids are at home waiting for their mom?
That's just not a healthy lifestyle.
It's not a healthy lifestyle, but you know what I'm saying? It's, I think that you should be acting what phase you're in in your life. Like if you're a mom, go be a mom. It's okay to go out every once in a while, but you still have to take care of your shit. Like you have to be responsible. Like even if you act immature, that doesn't mean that you're immature overall. Like if you're taking care of your shit, like you're paying your bills on time, that's responsible. You're taking care of your kids. You're making sure they're fed, whether you're married, divorced, or just a baby mom or a baby daddy. You know what I mean? Like if your shit's taken care of and everything around you is like headed where you expect it to go, then you're acting your age, or you're acting out the phase that you're in your life. Like it doesn't mean that you have to have all your shit together. It just means that you're taking care of your stuff. Like you're being like whatever you're doing in your jobs, like if that's going well, your home is doing well, then that's acting your age. That's what I think.
I think that's beautifully explained. I don't agree with acting your age.
Yeah, because
acting at the appropriate level of the responsibilities you have.
Yeah,
has nothing to do with your age, right? That's like saying the 35-year-old mouth breather that's playing on his fucking $5,000 PC down in mother's basement,
drinking Monsters and Mountain Dew, and Taco Bell,
and fucking fingers covered with Doritos, right? And why? Because he's trying to get the XP points, right? Like, but you know what? He also works from that same computer, and he makes his money, and he has no problem living at home, and he's 40.
Yeah.
So what? Like, people are, oh, that's not what a 40-year-old's supposed to be doing. They're supposed to be married with 2.5 kids in an 1,800 square foot home with 3 beds and 2 baths. And says who? Right? Like that motherfucker. He's not contributing much to the world, but he's also not taking away from the world. Right.
Yeah, I mean that's like Filipino culture. Like if you got a job and stuff and you're like 23, 24, they're like, why aren't you having kids yet? And you're like, well, I barely got my own shit together. How am I gonna fucking take care of a little child that I don't even have my shit together?
And that I don't want.
Yeah. And I'm actually glad that we waited till we were we were 30. Yeah, we were 30.
I was 30.
Who's older?
Yeah, I was 30.
I am.
Yeah. How many years?
One.
Just one.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, I'm glad we waited till we were 30 because I could be the best mom I could be. Like, I'm financially stable. We had a house. So I could raise them in a very stable environment. So I feel
makes sense.
But again, like, that's not, I don't think any of us are saying, like, there's a way you have to behave at age.
Yeah, but that's the culture though. Is, oh, you're like 30. Why aren't you having kids?
Oh no. Well, I think it's in some cultures. I think in some cultures there are those things, right? Because every culture is a little different, right? I say fuck all that, right? Like I don't know. Like there's like she's the cool mom, right? Like you want to be the cool dad. Like you a cool dad, right?
Of course.
Like I'm sure you the homies, right, of Trey, and Deuce, right?
They think
they're like, yo, your dad's cool, like like
to that. We was at a tournament in Anaheim, basketball tournament, and I come through, and that means I was walking through, and I spoke to some parents, and I guess the boys thought that a couple of the moms that I spoke to were cute, and they were, and so one of my son's teammates was like, "Man, your dad the Riz God," and I was like, "Riz God, what's that?" And they was like, "Come on, man, you know what that is? You know what Riz God is." And I was like, "What?" And they was like, "Man, you just be risen." Like I was like, "What
is that?"
And I was like, "What is?" I was like, "What does that mean?" It was like, and it was like, Like you just got it. Like,
That's a word I didn't know.
and I was like, Riz God. And I was like, oh, all right. I was like, I'll take it.
If the teenagers are giving it out.
Not even teenagers.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
10 and 11-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. It's on his license plate now. Y'all check it out.
Riz God.
Well, I don't know, man. I just, like I said, I don't know. I got a lot of problems with these fucking questions at night. I'm feeling really triggered. Act your age. The fuck does that mean? Oh man, that shit pissed me off. Act your age? Just show me and tell me what's that act? Show me what a 40-year-old acts like. That way I can start preparing the next 3 years so I can fucking fail at it. So it could be a dream that I won't achieve.
I mean, there's really no reason to be triggered about it.
Honey, you don't tell me my truth.
Like,
Fucking act your age. You act your age. I don't ever want our kids to look at us or their friends and be like, wow, your dad seems like he's a really responsible 45-year-old.
well, I mean,
I don't want that. I want to be a Riz God one day.
Yeah. Riz God. Y'all heard it here first.
Oh man. Honey, I want you to be a MILF to all of Mikey's little friends.
no.
Okay. I'm just saying. Yeah, maybe that was too personal, I guess. I don't know.
That's weird.
Whatever. Everyone looking at me crazy and shit. Bad guy in the chat. That's my brother. Video games and scotch. 40-year-old activities. I think you're a little bit past 40 there, bro. I think you're pushing. Was that a 79? What's that math? 343 there, buddy.
43.
Yeah. Well, look at 43, drinking scotch and playing video games.
Is he
gonna
happy?
be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously. That's gonna be them two when he gets here next week.
Yep, next week. Fucking pumpkin pie and fucking
Okay. Yeah.
pumpkin pie and tequila, pumpkin
Yeah.
pie and scotch. Like that's it. All right, Nikki, you got the next one.
Oh, let me hit this question pile. Oh man. Name one issue, big or small,
Oh my God. Here
that
we go.
you think you could contribute to solving. Shit.
What are we talking about?
Name one issue, big or small, that you
I got a lot of stuff that's illegal to say. Who's going first? Nick? You got anything, man?
I want to get on the Navy soapbox, but
Oh, me too.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, this is your Navy segment. Turn it up. Tune in. Turn it up. Let's go. Take us away, Chief.
I think that in the Navy, we have a high divorce rate. Military in general, you have a high divorce rate.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why you have a high divorce rate, Army, Marines, Navy, whatever, is because people get married for the ba.
Yeah. Bella Porch. Bitch, don't act like you don't know what I'm talking about. If you're listening to this, we all know what you did.
So all you got to do, military, like you tell, like this isn't the 1900s where we're fighting wars and we landing on beaches and all of. It's not what this is. The economy is different. The life is different. We are in a different time. Stop the bullshit. Give everybody BAH when they come in.
Yeah.
Like you were an adult at some point before you came in. Now, if there's I suggest if you're from that, because you can join at 17, you just gotta get a waiver. But if you're between the ages of 17 and 21, I feel like you should have to go through this is just all branches. You have to go through financial literacy course for 1 year, and you must demonstrate the knowledge, and like you got to take a test. And this isn't from the military should subcontract this out to some kind of institute to handle this. That way it's no shady business going in, like no hookups or any of that kind of stuff. And then
here's the answers.
Right. And once they reach a certain age, once they graduate from that class, then you should be given your BAH. Because you telling me an 18-year-old isn't, an 18, 19-year-old shouldn't be living on their own, but when an 18, 19-year-old gets married to a 19-year-old shipmate or high school sweetheart or a contract marriage, now you give them BAH, now they living on their own. So to combat all this, you should just say, or if you don't want to do that, if that's a little too scary for you, why don't you just build nice on-base housing? No, yeah, like the
Beacon.
Like the Beacon. You stay there until you're 21. You get a stipend. You still have to go through the course, and then once you're 21, you get your BH, and then you move out.
Interesting. You got thoughts on that, honey?
I would have to agree that is a problem because, they're forced to live in these shitty ass barracks. You know what I mean? Like at the hospital, their barracks over there are pretty
bad.
shitty.
Yeah.
So of course they're like, man, let's just get married so we can get out of here. And then they're out doing like shady stuff. And it's just like, that's what ruins the terminology marriage, Like it's to me, marriage is like a sacred bond, and either it works or it doesn't, but it should be because you two are in it together. You know what I mean? And if it doesn't work, then that's okay. At least you tried, But that is one problem in the military. Another problem would be childcare. I think it's not just the military, but it's like everywhere in general. Like you expect people to produce like quality work and then have a family and then be a well-rounded person and just produce the greatest product. But like you can't provide childcare. I feel like every workplace should have childcare and the employees should have first dibs on that. Like you look at our hospital, you have childcare there, but everyone in the military has access to it. But like nurses should have first dibs, and like I feel like civilians should have some access to that too, because we're contributing to this place. So why can't I have access there? Like if I was just a regular civilian with no military ties, but I'm giving my all to this workplace and you're not going to give me access to this childcare?
Yeah.
So what Nikki is saying, I agree. So there was never a time in the military that I've been in for these 17 and a half years where I've heard anybody say, I wish I had another helicopter. I wish we had another jet.
Yeah.
Maybe if y'all slow down on the jet and the helicopters, just one jet, one helicopter. I'm sure that's probably at least $700 million right there.
Yeah.
You could use that money from just
one. Just hold that contract.
Just hold it for one.
Yeah.
And redoing the flight deck on these ships. Speaking of the flight deck, it's a ship that's going to remain nameless, but they put the wrong material down on the flight deck.
Oh, the Kansas City?
No. Chill. They put the
that's one.
Yeah, but it's another one. A larger.
Oh.
And it was in the millions.
Uh-huh.
And they got to redo the flight deck because it can't handle the jet. But anyway, just slow down on that. And then you say, all right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take this hundreds of millions of dollars that we have, and across the naval installations across the world, or military installations across the world, because it's not just in the Navy, or say 2 helicopters, or everybody hold off on a helicopter from each branch.
Yeah.
And this money will say, we're going to build a nice child care facility on base. So then the service members, and we have a huge child care facility.
Yeah.
And then we're dropping the service members and the workers who are supporting said installation, drop the kids off, go to work, come back, pick them up. The trillions of dollars that these bills are signing off, you shouldn't be robbing service members for $300, $400 a week. That is crazy. But you're still building helicopters. And then you wonder why people can't stay Navy. I'm only speaking Navy because I'm in the Navy. Because they can't afford to stay Navy. Some sailors can't.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have to get out because this is killing me. My work schedule is killing me. On top of, we get it. We know your children didn't come in your sea bag. We get all that, guys. But you got to get off of that. We're in a different time. We're in a different age. We're not. This isn't.
So I feel like a lot of companies, like the military, like everywhere, not just military, but like everywhere, they want to add to your workload, but they don't have a solution for your personal life. So that's why people leave what they're doing, and that's why they get out of the service, because you're telling me that I need to sacrifice my family time to produce for you. Like you're taking more than I can give you. Like, it's supposed to be give and take. Like, just because I signed a contract to join the military, like, I'm just supposed to sacrifice. I understand what I did. I understand what I'm supposed to sacrifice. But if you're telling me that, like, I got to figure out childcare, and you're telling me, fuck off, figure it out, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not, if I don't know my child is taken care of, you're not going to get the best from me. And then you're telling me I'm a shitty sailor or a shitty nurse because I'm thinking about what's going on at home. And then you wonder why, like, all these unlicensed daycares are popping up, and then something bad happens. Like, I mean, it happens all the time. Like Hawaii, for example.
Yeah.
There was a lady running a daycare on base housing. She's unlicensed. So basically she was just a babysitter. So she was like watching like 7 to 8 kids, unlicensed. She was just, I'm just going to say, she didn't have certifications. She gave a baby Benadryl so that the baby can sleep. The baby died because baby was overdosed. And then, so, the service member and the mother had to work because they had bills to pay. But they resort to unlicensed daycares because all daycares on base are full. Or they can't afford the ones that are licensed. Isn't that crazy? But that's happening like everywhere in the world. You know what I mean? And like, you expect us to figure it out, but we resort to things like, if all of a sudden you're telling me, hey, we're changing the dates on the underway time. This is a 2-day notice. I'm not going to drop any names on what place did that. But both of us had to scramble and figure out what the fuck are we going to do. And that's just not fair. Yeah. It's not fair to yourself. And like, you expect to retain these people. No way.
To make this place, I know they're not listening to us.
No,
but
they're not.
The only thing that would, like, I'm speaking of sailors, military, actually. Everybody wants BAH, regardless if you're married or not. Full BAH. Beards. Tattoos.
Yeah, we there with tattoos.
No, like, just as long as not on your face.
Okay.
And childcare.
Yeah.
You open up the floodgates for those 4 things. But if you're gonna do that, right, tighten up on who can get in the military.
Yeah.
Tighten up on disciplinary. Tighten up on weight standards. Tighten up on, like, so it's always got to be a give and take.
Yeah.
So now you can weed out the ones that don't belong.
I mean, like, when are we gonna hold recruiters accountable
From the bullshit they do.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, like, honestly, if you really wanted the truth about joining the military, recruiters, it's so sad that your culture is to just, you need to make numbers. Yeah. Who fucking cares about, give me quality.
Never mind you're putting in a, okay, so this recruit, me, I can read people. That's one of my talent. I can tell
Yep.
if you're a creep.
Yep.
I can tell if something's just not right with this. Something ain't right with him. You know, he follows her eyes every time she get up, or he's real invasive in her personal space. He shouldn't be in the military.
Yeah.
Because at some point he's gonna make rank. So now he's gonna use his rank to, like, this is how you have these sexual assaults. I'm not saying it's 100% on that, but I'm just saying, like, you're putting bad people in the military, and then
you put people in danger.
You're putting people in danger.
Yeah,
whether they are stupid or whether they are creeps. Like, you putting people in danger because, or you putting people that just shouldn't be in the military because you got to drive numbers. That's not you're harming your workforce.
How many nowadays, and that every time you remind me to hit record is because I didn't record that one episode we did where you started talking about how many messages you see that are related to mental health. And I really been on a Reddit thing lately where you can see so many sailors that are in their first enlistment, if not their first year, 2 years, they're talking about they're having problems adapting. Like, why are you here in the first place, man? What, like, you? And some of them will be like, oh yeah, I had these issues before, but I thought I'd be okay. Who the fuck told you that? Your recruiter? If you coming to me and you're like, yeah, I have real bad anxiety, beat it, nerd. This ain't for you. Maybe some come in and they change up and no, this shit ain't for you, man. Because you're gonna have someone like me that's gonna be like, we crawl, walk, run, but you get 3 crawls, you get 3 walks, and then you're asking to be running.
No, I just don't understand, like, what's so hard about the recruiter having a conversation like, yo, you got mental health problems, like a history of it, and I don't want you to bullshit me. I want you to tell me the truth, because this will set you off the moment you sign that contract and you go through some shit, because you are going to go through some shit.
Or hold off on a helicopter and a jet, and then pay for an institute to screen everybody through a mental health screening. That way, it's gonna slow down your numbers in the pipeline, but eventually you'll be getting
quality
people. And I'm not saying we're the best, but I'm just saying, like, these people that mask and hide it and get through the weeds of boot camp, that slip through, that get through A school, that slip through, that get into their first command, and then they get drunk, and then the monster in them comes out, and now they're sexually assaulting, raping, beating shipmates, whether it's male on male or male on female or female on female or female on male. Like, it's wild. It's wild. You know, and then the after effect to that is that sailor that had that horrific incident happen to, now 6 months now, he or she's having suicide ideations.
Yeah.
So you just killed 2. You just ended 2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you could connect that spider web and those dots to, like, family members, mom and dad,
benefits,
siblings.
Yep.
And then it's a domino effect. Like, if they ever decide, if they have a family or decide to have a family, that's going to affect them.
Because you're driving numbers.
Yeah.
Because the Navy, some nerd in Millington said, you know what? We need more HTs.
Yeah.
Even though HT advancement is 6%.
Yeah.
Somehow you telling me you need more.
Yeah.
Wild.
And Corman.
What was the question again? What is a problem you could contribute to?
That you could solve. A problem, big or small, that you can contribute to solving.
Those are all some very big problems, right? And I don't think I have anything to I have things to add to that. I don't have a problem. because there's you guys touched on some big Navy problems, especially Nick when you said like those 4 things, right? Childcare, BH, beards. I think we're gonna get beards next year. I think it's going that route, right? And like, honey, it's coming in, honey. I can't wait forever until I retire. It's not going away. They say like 2 inches too. I think.
Honestly, like shaving every day is bad for your skin.
It is.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
For any white, black, anybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
So,
irritating.
you know, I think. So, Nick, you said so like, you know, hold off on an airplane, hold off on the helo, hold off on this, hold off on the $90 billion fucking dollars that we've given Ukraine to fight their war against Russia. 90 fucking billion made up fucking dollars that we and this is to the shit back to what I said. This is some shit.
Hold on. If I give you 90 billion, you better not be over there getting your ass whooped.
and so like they're not, but they're also like not win. They're not 90 billion winning.
You ain't
right. Especially when you look at like you could look up the Russian numbers of how much they spent, and it's a fraction.
Russian. If I give you 90 billion, Russians better be speaking Ukrainian.
Yeah, and that you're not shooting missiles in Poland.
Oh, damn. She said it here live.
If I give you 90 billion, but we can't whatever, man.
Yeah, hey, we can't get fucking reparations. Say it. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. Like, it's made up money, okay? So make up some fucking money. Let me get a camera on me. Make up some fucking money to get some childcare going, right? To get more CDCs on all of the bases so someone doesn't have to travel across fucking San Diego one way to drop off a kid just to get back across the other fucking way.
Or
right?
increase incentives, like for
Yeah.
you know, federal employees and
So-
sailors.
Because I need my bills paid.
Hey,
for retention.
So then they're gonna increase they're gonna give us an incentive. It'll be BAS type 3, and then they'll find a way to take it from us in a deduction.
Yeah.
Like, no, just build a CDC on
wet side.
on wet side and dry side.
Yeah, like why can't we have a CDC on West Side? One, West Side fucking sucks. Look. San Diego is all hype. The only half good thing is the fucking weather 75% of the time. Other than that, 32nd Street Naval Base is just as bad as fucking Norfolk. I don't fucking care. I said it here.
And then you know what else you should do? When you build you should have a parking garage.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been, the big lot right there by Pier 6? I've been asking that for fucking years. Why not just do a 5-deck fucking parking garage? That way sailors can have somewhere to fucking park.
And then you hire security to be in there, right?
Yeah, sure.
So you can put cameras
Put
in
them
there.
fucking contractors in there. I don't
But
fucking care.
Now you just boosted the economy. You created jobs.
Look, there's a lot of small and big problems, especially Navy-wide, right? And I think the child care one, I think, is near and dear all of our hearts, right? Because we all got kids here, right? Nick and I have struggled in trying to find it and make sure that we could do it. Nick, I'm sure you've had your own problems with it.
Yeah, we got lucky. We got lucky for sure.
Yeah. And I know there's listeners out there right now that you have felt those same struggles, right? So, write your congressperson, write whoever you need to do, hit them up, tell them we need more CDCs throughout the fucking military, especially over here on 32nd Street fucking Naval Base San Diego. Okay. I think we're gonna wrap it up there, right? We're about an hour and a half into this and some big small problems. Only like how can we solve them? I don't know. Write your congressperson, man. Hit people up. Make a big stink about it. But here's the thing, though. Like, so much has changed recently because people start the social media, like, pressure is working, right? It works on motherfuckers back in Washington. Should it? No, I don't think it should. I don't think you should have to go to social media to complain about mental health things, and then this is something else I talked about. But and then you hold on, and then you're a prior chief who's not even in the fucking Navy no more, but you make a social media post calling out the MCPON, and all of a sudden you get to sit down with the fucking MCPON to talk about mental health when you're really not qualified to talk about it, right? Except your own experiences and that you've made yourself available to people. But you're not qualified. But it's that social media pressure and the fucking, the retweets and shit or whatever, reposts is what makes it trend where it puts people in the position to be like, oh, I guess I got to talk to this person.
And one more thing. For all military service members who receive BAH, which is non-taxable income, that non-taxable income cannot be used as a judgment against you in child support cases. So it has to go based off of solely and only off your base pay and your W-2.
It's not.
They take your total earnings.
They take your total earnings, which is stupid because yes, it says I made $8,000, but the Navy took $6,700, so I didn't make it. My check was $1,300, not literally.
Yeah.
But
no, that's absolutely right. You're not paying taxes on it. Why you fucking taxing my ass for the the baby mama over there?
Right.
So she get tax my ass on that fucking $3,500, but Uncle Sam don't tax my ass.
Right.
It make no damn sense.
So when they get child support, do they get taxed or it's already taxed from you and then it goes to them?
They get no, it goes straight to them. They get taxed. They fall into a tax, but it ends up being a write-off.
It's not considered income.
No.
It's a scam, honey. You're never leaving my ass.
It's a scam. And there's a reason why it's designed that way. And it's because of state law. So the way it was explained to me in a nutshell was the more people that are on child support, the state gets funded X amount of dollars.
For what? Like, what does that go into?
That made up pot that he said.
It's all fake fucking money, y'all. It's fucking fake. There's plenty of money out there for fucking reparations because all you gotta do is punch it into the fucking calculator that you spelled boobs with when you're a fucking 6th grader, and all of a sudden it's fucking there. There's money for the war in Ukraine. There's money for fucking everything. You just gotta type it in there.
I just couldn't look people in the face and give $90 billion to some people I've never met and wouldn't like me, and then walk by a homeless person on the street and say, "Get a job."
They do it. And by they, I mean the fucking elites. No, I'm getting down my rabbit holes of conspiracy shit. That's a different podcast for another time, I think. Hey, let's take it around the table for, last thoughts. Nick, over to you.
I ain't got nothing, man. Thank you for having me back. It's been a minute.
Yeah. You're always welcome, man. Yeah. Don't ever show up in the comments talking about you ain't invited no more, man. I don't know why you're talking
about I wasn't invited. Yeah. Bitch,
he back in his feelings, y'all. He back in his feelings.
Yeah. But yeah, I was being censored before. Like when we get offline, I gotta catch up.
Yeah. We'll talk a little bit more. Yeah. Babe, go ahead. Parting thoughts.
Thanks for joining us, Nick. Taking the time. We know you're busy. And thanks for having me again.
Well, you live here, honey.
No, I'm talking about the podcast. Stupid.
I'll have you later.
That's where all these tripods are for.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's your dog's name?
Ace.
Ace?
Yeah.
Ace will, like, if I pet Ace, like, that's it. Like, it's like, no, do it again.
Yes. Yeah, don't touch him.
A greedy little fucker.
He will sit here and look at me. And
whine.
Yep. I like Ace, though.
All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Bravo Zulu podcast. Good times around here. Don't forget, like, subscribe, share it with a friend if it touched your heart. For more information on how you can support the podcast, please visit us at anchor.fm/Bravo Zulu podcast. The information, views, and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely of myself, Joshua Moore, and the guests, and don't necessarily represent the DOD, DON, or those of the respected institutions or organizations. Thanks for joining us.